guys, welcome to Lever Talks. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get your SM7B, GO-XLR and CLOUDLIFTER set up, configured to split the audio in OBS to ensure that those VODs are not going to be picking up any copyright based issues. So we will start off with the setup of the SHURE SM7B, the GO-XLR and the CLOUDLIFTER. SM7B needs to connect to your CLOUDLIFTER through an XLR cable, and then that XLR cable, that CLOUDLIFTER then connects to your GO-XLR. Now from here, you need to have to make sure you have the GO-XLR app installed on your computer. Your application is going to look like this, and I will just move myself out the way here. So your application will look like this. Now in here you have obviously your mic, mixer settings and so on. Now you can look at my settings here. Feel free to take a screenshot of exactly what's set up. I found that with the CLOUDLIFTER, because it gives that plus 25 dB gain, I find that I can have about 30 dB in here, and it's loud enough for you guys to hear me. If I increase it too high, then I get a little bit of static interference over the XLR cables, just based on all the electricity stuff that's around me. So you can have a look at my settings. These are my settings that I have for what my voice sounds right now. Adjust your settings according to your voice. You have to play back and forth with it a little bit to make sure it sounds good. Now, the biggest thing I want to show you in here is your routing, okay? So right now I have my routing set up. Now in OBS, and I'll show you this while I'm recording this video, within OBS, under settings, under audio, global audio devices, you have mic auxiliary. You want to make sure this is set to broadcast stream mix. Now this is key for your VODs on Twitch, to make sure you're not getting those copyright claims. So make sure it's set there. Now the headphones, I have that shut off because if I don't, I can hear myself through the mic. If I enable this, I can now double hear myself. I don't like that, so I shut that off, but it's a good indicator in the event that, you know, someone's saying that your microphone's not very good. You can come in here and just turn that back on and boom, it works, right? So broadcast stream mix, this is the one that we referenced in OBS about 30 seconds ago, okay? So this broadcast stream mix, I have my microphone disconnected from it because I use NVIDIA broadcast as my gate instead of the GO-XLR gate, and I'll explain why in a minute. So I don't have my microphone enabled. I don't have my chat enabled because I don't want people on Discord coming through on my VODs, because that's recorded, and if someone says something on my Discord that I don't want to be said in the VOD, then no one's going to hear it. And obviously this one is the biggest one, music, right? So you don't want music playing in your VOD. So if you set yours up like this, and I also don't have samples too, because samples could potentially have copyright based things on it. You could be anything, okay? So I've taken samples out of it. So when we go over to our OBS settings, for example, in this scene specifically, I've got the audio split up into several different things. So I have my broadcast stream mix, so that's going to be system sounds or game sounds. As you can see, it comes up on this audio. So within these settings, I've got it set up as the broadcast stream mix here, okay? So that's going to be piping anything from the broadcast stream mix, which is system sounds, into this audio mixer. The second one is chat. So this would be my Discord. So right now I have the device selected as chat TX Heligon, which is the TC Heligon, sorry, which is the Discord chat. So if I looked in Discord and I looked at my audio input output, that's what chat is set to. Chat is set to that chat TC hex whatever it is. And then same with music, right? So within the system settings on your computer, you can go in, and I'll show you now. So if you come into your settings and you go system and you go sound, so my system sounds is set like this, but if you go down to device preference, so let's say Spotify, which is what I run my music through, I set that to music TC Helicon, okay? So that allows all the music to be distributed out on this audio output. So within OBS, I come in here and I make sure this is set to music Helicon, okay? Now, sampler again is separate. So if I play a sample, comes through on the sampler, that keeps that sampler away from the broadcast audio stream mix, which is the one that's going to be going to the broadcast in the VOD. And then my microphone is set up separately to the broadcast stream mix. You can have these in together if you're using a different type of microphone. Maybe you're using a condenser based microphone that you don't need such high gain on, or you're having, you've managed to set your voice gate appropriately. So the reason why I have this temporary mic set up is because I'm actually using the input. Sorry, wrong one. I actually have NVIDIA Broadcast set up through here. And the reason why I use NVIDIA Broadcast is because the room I'm in, even though I've got OBS set up and different filters set up on these temporary mic on this microphone setup, I still get a lot of noise background just because it's quite open, it's quite large. I get a lot of echoing and I get a lot of feedback. And say if my family are in the house, then I get that noise pick up on my microphone. But I found that it's because my gain is so high, it's a bit of a hard balance. So I put the NVIDIA Broadcast in just to stop it, and I use that as my voice gate, and it seems to help. Okay, but you can integrate this into broadcast stream mix. Now you've set all these up, you want to basically tell OBS that when you output the audio, that you want to make sure it's separate. So you need to go to output and you need to change your output to advanced. Okay, once your output's to advanced, you can then come to streaming, and I'm not going to be able to show you because I'm recording, but essentially if you look at this one here, it says Twitch VOD track, and I've got it enabled, and it's number 2 is selected. Okay, so on yours you want to make sure number 2 is selected, or number 3, whichever one, but you have to remember that this is the one that you want to select. So now that's selected, if you go to your advanced property audio settings for each one, you can see specifically that chat is not enabled on 2. So that means 2 is not going to broadcast stream mix. Music is not going to broadcast stream mix, which is the VOD, right? Remember, this is the VOD. It's not going to that broadcast stream mix. And sampler is not going to broadcast stream mix. So everything else is going to be going to the broadcast stream mix. So my microphone, which is currently called temporary mic, and desktop audio, so any system sounds, and obviously my camera doesn't have any sound, and my broadcast stream mix. So that's how you divide the traffic up specifically, so you can have that separation of music away from your DMCA. Now, I'll give you a little bit more of a hint. If you're having if you're using a USB headset with your GO-XLR, you would have to use an auxiliary cable to plug in from the back of your GO-XLR to your output of your auxiliary on your computer. And then you probably want to buy yourself a noise cancelling isolator, loop isolator, because if you don't, you're probably going to get a little bit of a humming or buzz in your headphones. But if you're not using USB headset, obviously then you tie that into the back of your XLR directly. You wouldn't plug it into your computer. Okay, so that's just another tip for you. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully I've explained how to split that audio up and how to set up your GO-XLR appropriately. If you want to see more on how to set up your audio, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment, and I will reply to you with if I can or cannot make the video, or maybe if you just have a question, I can definitely answer you that as well. So just drop a comment if you have any questions. I will get back to you, I promise. Thanks for watching, and hope this video was a little bit more intuitive, and hopefully it helped fix some audio issues. Appreciate it. See you on the next one.